Chat GPT in Cloud HCM. Okay, how it is looking like. So question will come whether it is doable or whether it is possible to enable or to have a similar what functionality what Chat GPT is offering as a part of the Cloud HCM application. If I say yes, partially, it is somewhat available. Will you believe me? No. But if I showcase it to you how it is going to be achieved, how we can able to enable, then you can able to believe me. Yes, this type of conversation that we normally do with ChatGPT can also be done within the cloud application. So welcome all, welcome to my channel. Here today, what I am going to cover on the some basic functionality and the trending one which is going on. So before I start on the topic and show it to you how it's going to work, let us see a normal flow of conversation. If there is an employee who joined recently in an organization and they have certain questions which need to be get answered, and what happen if someone is available on his or her service and responding on the questions that sees. So let's see one of the practical or the real time scenario example, then I will explain the further on this particular part. So just now, what you had seen are just simple conversation between the machine learning or the AI tool and an employee. Now these are the normal use cases which we had seen it. Employee will be having a multiple queries are there that they want to know it and how they can able to use it. So these type of conversation which we can able to achieve it in the cloud HCM as well. And the tool that is available is known as a Oracle Digital Assistant, or which we call as a ODA, or more famously, which is known as the chatbot. So in this particular chapter, what I am going to do, I am going to define it, how we can able to configure it, how we can able to extend it, and then what are the different questions and we can able to enable it and some use cases. So this particular chapter, I am divided into the two part one and part two. In the part one, I am just giving you the basic idea. I am giving you the basic concept about how these machine learnings or the AI tools works and how we can able to configure them. What are the basic concepts of developing any type of the AI tool? Second, I will be showcasing it what all component, because it's an part of the Cloud HCM application. So what all components I will be requiring for configuring this particular application or particular tool, and then on the portion as a part of the this particular part one, and what all roles and responsibilities are required. As a part of the part two, what I will do, I will be showcasing it to you directly in an application, how we can able to configure it and extend these chatbot or the skills, and we use some use cases as well. So those who are coming first time on this particular channel, I request you to please do subscribe my channel, like it if you like this particular video, so I know that how many people are interested to view it, and please share with your friends those who want to learn about this particular technology. So let's start learning on this chatbot. before we start building up, and we should know that what all things are required. So as you know that for building up the chatbot or enabling the chatbot in our cloud application, we will be requiring a IDCS access. Now, what is IDCS? It's an Oracle Identity Cloud Services. Okay, this is an Oracle Identity Cloud Service, which is come as a part of my identity as a service, and it is available as a part of my Oracle public cloud. So first of all, we will be requiring an access to this IDCS service. This will be available with your administrator of your organization. Okay, so this is the one thing. Now, one thing we have to keep in mind that Oracle has come up with the standard functionality of Cloud HCM, okay, and standard functionality of ODA, which is coming as a part of my core HRMS license. Okay, so I don't have to pay any additional subscription fees for enabling the standard features. Second is there is an extended one. So for example, if I want to extend or I want to customize further, then I need to go for the full license list, so that you reach out to your account manager that what all things are required for the extended one. Here in this particular demo, I will showing you the standard one. Okay, whatever the standard one and what all things we can able to do it. So first portion is that I will be requiring the access to the IDCS. Once I will show you how we can able to access this site, what all things are required from this. Second, we will be requiring an Oracle Digital Assistant instances. Now, this is coming as a part of my cloud application. Okay, so this is coming as a part of my cloud application, but it will be a separate navigation. It is not like a build up within the SCM part itself. I will show you in the next video how we can reach out to this digital assistance environment or the instance. Third, I will be requiring the administrative access to the Cloud HCM. So you should be having application implementation role users, because I need to enable, I need to navigate to certain tasks. I need to create a certain role, not role. I may need to add certain duties or privileges to an existing role. So that is the second thing I will be requiring for enabling it. So these are the three main access part which will be requiring it. In the next video, I will show you that what all these things and how we can able to navigate to these items. Second, as I mentioned it, that this is a standard one. I am going to take it. So there is something called a FA Digital Assistant. Now this FA Digital Assistance is for the HR related items. Okay, so we have a different portion are there. So if we want to deploy, if you want to develop and deploy the Oracle Digital Assistant, then within the digital assistant, which digital assistant we have to use it. So the name of the digital assistant is FA Digital Assistant. Now when we go and logged into the digital assistant environment, we will find so many digital assistant available over there, but which one is useful for us? The useful one is FA Digital Assistant. So this is required for enabling it. So this is a skills in the SCM which enable to handle like various employee related and manager related tasks are the chat windows. Okay, so this will be save time for the HR related. So for example, if someone wants to find out the someone company directly, okay, so or they have a question that okay, how much salary they receive in the last month. Okay, so these type of uh, primarily questions or the basic questions we can able to answer through this particular chatbot. Now if I want to see my leave absences or leave balances or PTO balances, so these are all things available as a standard. Okay, these things are available as a standard, and we have to enable. Second is skills tool. So once I enable or once I make an enablement of this FA Digital Assistant, second is require the skills store, that what all skills we are looking into it. So there is a option already available. These stores are already stored in the digital assistant environment, so that we will do it. The third important part we have to understand about the channels. Now, what are the channels? That from where the end user, okay, so from where the end user is going to interact with this chatbot. Okay, either it can be from the web browser, okay, it can be from the web browser, or it can be through the mobile application. Okay, it can be through the mobile application they want to interact. So these are the channels. I will show you I try to show you from both web browser. Definitely we are going to do it, and I will try to show you from the mobile application as well. In addition to this, there are other channels are there. So for example, if they want to interact with the teams, so they can we can do the integration between the teams and the Oracle application. So this I will see if I can able to demonstrate to you on the teams part, but for sure we are going to use this as a part of our web browsers. Now, coming up to the development part, first of all, let us understand few basic concept on this. So these are the few basic concept before we go and do the development of our or enablement. I will not say development. If I want to enable it certain this digital assistant chatbot, okay. So we should be having a clear concept on these items. First thing is that on the intents part, okay. This is the most important part. We should know it that. First, we should know what are the intents because when we go and enable the FA digital assistant, these terms will be common for us, and we should not get confused that now I stuck over there. What should I do? So, what actually the intent mean? So, in our conversational into AI, intent is seen as the intention of an end user or the objective behind the user that they are asking it. So, for example, maybe user is asking some information about say asking a feedback of certain things, okay, or maybe they are asking to how to book my leave, okay. So the intention may be user asking how I can book my leave. So this is the intention behind a particular user, okay. So this is leave or absence. Now this is some confusion when I put a leave in the chatbot, it take me somewhere else. So that I will show you how we can able to train our chatbot in this direction. So the intention means like a person is asking about any type of help from the chatbot, okay, or there is a problem. Intention is there which need to be get answered by the AI chatbot or AI system. Okay, so this is something which user have an intention, and on that basis, the AI tool or the chatbot which the define in the backend which determine that what is the most appropriate response he has to provide, he or she chatbot, I don't know what gender we have to put it over there, but yes, what in what stable manner that it has to be provided a response. So that is the intent, okay, and we should understand that what are the different intents are there. When we see that there are different intents are there. Second important aspect is about the skills. Now, what is the skills? Now, skill is as a focus. So AI is a focus self-contained unit of functionality that chatbot able to do it. So when we come about the skill portion, so skill may provide an answer to a specific questions or perform a specific task or recommendation. Okay, so the goal of a skill is to provide specific and a limited set of functionality that chatbot use to respond. Okay, for example, like skill for answering frequently asked questions. So there are certain frequently asked questions are there, so they need to answer it on that particular basis. So if I say like uh, how I can change my password, so this is something a simple question. I don't know how to, or maybe if I'm not using the chatbot, what I will do, I will raise a service log with my internal support team, and then they will respond say that how you can able to do the change the password. But if same type of question if I am asking it from the chatbot, so they have a particular skills to answer it. So this is come as a part of my skills, and we have to make sure that there are the standard deliver skills are there, and we have to train them. Okay, so this is we are going to learn, and the concept should be clear about the skill part. So it is that something that they can able to perform it. Third part is important, which is on the utterances. Now, what are the utterances is referred to as a phases or a sentences. So whatever I am typing it, okay. So how the system is going to be understand. So we can define it that this is something a phases that system is picking up from the question that I had put it, or a specific word. I can say there is a specific word or in a manner that a user is asking a question from the chatbot. So this is known as my utterances. So if I give you some more example that how these utterances are work. So if I'm looking for that, okay, I want to apply for a leave. Now leave and apply, these are certain instances of the phases that what I'm talking about to the users. Or if I say what does the weather look like today, or I need a help to view my payslip. Now these are the utterances which will be get understand by the chatbot, and they use and pick these phrases and see what is the most appropriate answer to. Okay, so if I am saying it that okay, can you show me a pay slip? Suppose for example, show me a pay slip. So this is something important which system will understand, and then it will find and see it that what is the most appropriate answer we have to respond back to the users. Now there are certain confusion may also happen it, like for example if someone is asking what is my how I can apply for leave. Now leave, some maybe says is related to my absences. Okay, so leave, if I say that it is my absence part, and leave is that leaving the organization as well. Okay, so these are the two similar manner is there, and this we able to do it, we can able to train it using these type of keywords to train our chatbot itself. So this is our responsibility how we can able to do it, and this is something called an information retrieval system, which normally the natural language processing unit help us for identifying. So it will do the combination of it. So we have to identify that what type of utterances are coming, and accordingly we can able to train our chatbot. Other portion that we have to understand is about the entity. Now what is entity? Entities mean in the context of this chatbot. So entity is referred to as specific information, okay, that need to be get extracted from the utterances. So for example, these we can call a keyword. A keyword when they says that okay, what is the weather in the New York today? So New York is referred as a particular entities, and on that basis system will going to respond. So these are the few keywords which is known to be referred as a part of my entities. Okay, another is known as my dialog flow. Okay, now I started doing a conversation. I said okay, how I can able to reset the password. Okay, how I can reset the password. So system will see there is a question is coming on resetting the password. User has typed this particular utterances, so they will find the entities of the type password. Then we have to define a dialog flow, whether it's going to be a hyperlink I have to be provide to them, or I need to provide the steps 1 2 3 4 5 steps for resetting the password. So this is something called as a dialog flow, and that we have a different dialog flow that we can able to configure within the system. Okay, so for example, if there is a question is there, so I need to apply for a day off. So chatbot may respond said, okay, I can help you with that. Would you like to take a day off? So if my chatbot could not able to respond on that particular query, it may we can define a dialog flow to arrive it, like I may give a mentioned it over there that I want to check my leave or leave balance. So for example, leave, I just want to say how I can apply. Okay, how I can apply for leave. Now this is something a confusion again to be get correct. Leave means is I am looking for the absence part, or I am looking for leaving the organization. So in that scenario, maybe I can ask a question from the end user itself. Are you looking for applying some leave balances, or are you looking for leaving the organization itself? So this is something a flow that I will going to be get configured, that when similar type of words are coming which system could not able to identify, so that I can able to do using the dialog flow. Okay, so this is something we will see it how we can able to extend the existing chatbot. And then the main important part that we have to understand is about the resource bundle. So this is another a portion which we called as a resource bundle. Now resource bundle is a collection of resources, so which is like a text, images, or other media, and that are grouped all together. So for example, if I want my chatbot to be get responded on some link, hyperlink are there, or certain images. So for example, if I'm looking at a directory, so in that whether it is can able to pull out my picture in that particular directory, so that is something we call that as a resource bundle. And typically it's stored in different languages as well. So if I'm responding in some other language, of if I'm hearing as a voice, so it may respond in a different manner itself. So it's provide a localized content as well. Okay, so chatbot used as a different in different countries and different languages, so which we club them as a part of the resource bundles. So these are my few concepts these are my few concepts that we should know it before we start building up or directly looking into the system. This we will go again. Okay, so whatever I had just explained it over here, we are going to learn it again. So for now, what I will do it is that I will pause it over here, just understand the concept. I will make the next video, and on that we will be directly configuring it, logging to the IDCS environment, how we can able to enable it. We will be enabling the chatbot from the HCM application, because this is I am doing it for the HR, so I'll use it from the HCM application, and then we will do the conversation session with the chatbot, that how we can able to interact with the system. So thank you for watching it. I will request you, please do subscribe my channel, and do like it, so that when I release the next video on this particular topic, you will get a notification on this. Thank you all, thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead.